Jason's Academy, Social Science, Class 7th, Geography. Lesson 6, Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. Hello students, today we are going to start Geography, Lesson 6, Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. Early human beings were wanderers or nomad. They lived either on tree tops or in caves. Later on, they had started living settled life. They began to make tools of stone or metal. They used their tools to cut trees and stones to build houses. A group of cluster of houses is called settlement. Settlement also include villages, towns and cities. So, let's study in detail about settlement or location. The land on which the settlement is built is called site. Settlements have following requirements. Settlements generally develop on plain land where the construction is easier. Availability of water is a must for any settlement. A settlement near water is called a wet point settlement. A good network of transport and communication is must for any settlement. Industrial growth is also one of the factors for location of settlement. Let's see types of rural settlements. Compact settlement. When houses are very close to each other, then it is called compact settlement. Scattered or dispersed settlement. When houses are far away from each other, then it is called scattered settlement. Linear settlement. They develop along a road. They have row of houses facing each other. Circular settlement. A circular settlement develops in a flat level area around a tank, a lake or a pond. Radial settlement. A star-like settlement is called radial settlement. In this settlement, roads diverge from a central point. Now let's see types of urban settlements. Administrative towns. They are centers of government and administration. Example, New Delhi, Bhopal, Lucknow, etc. Second, cultural towns. They are centers of art, learning, religion and education. Example, Haridwar, Ayodhya, Allahabad, Pune, etc. Third is industrial town. They grow around industry. Example, Jamshedpur, Pithampur, Bokaro, etc. Fourth, transport town. They may be important railway junctions, seaports or nodal centers of airways. Example, Itarsi, Vishakhapatnam, Kandala, etc. Both rural and urban settlements depend on each other. On one hand, villages need town to meet their needs of education, entertainment and employment opportunities. On the other hand, villages supplies the requirement of food, raw material and laborers of towns. The tall buildings are called skyscrapers. Nowadays, buildings should be earthquake resistant. Smart cities. The government of India will develop 100 smart cities in India. A smart city uses digital technologies to improve quality and performance of urban services. A smart city reduces cost and consumption of resources. The sectors that have been developing smart city technology include government services, transport and traffic management, energy, healthcare, water and waste. The other names of smart city are Teletopia, Mesh City, Digital City, Intelligent City, Cyberville, etc. Following are some key features of smart cities. Smart traffic center. On the lines of London's smart traffic system, people will get the information regarding heavy traffic in advance. Automatic traffic signal. In case of heavy traffic, routes will be automatically directed. Better public transport facility. To reduce traffic on roads, there will be improvement in existing public transport system. Quick accident relief. In case of accident, people will get help in just one call. Data center. It will hold information about every city. Face identification system to catch criminal. On the lines of Paris, the smart city will have face identification system to catch criminal. Waste management. The smart city will minimize waste by increasing energy efficiency and reduction in water conservation by proper recycling of waste. High quality utility service. In terms of infrastructure, the smart cities should have 24/7 availability of high quality utility service like water and power. Civic amenities. The smart cities should also have proper facility for entertainment, safety and security of the people. Now, let's see about transport and communication. India is the seventh largest country of the world. It is also called the second largest populated country of the world. So, it requires better means of transport and communication. Transport is a mean to carry goods and passengers from one place to another by rail, road, air or water. Means of communication are used to carry information, messages and ideas to people by telephone, radio, television and email. Means of transport and means of communication are the lifeline of a country. They fulfill the basic human needs and encourage trade and commerce. They bring the people of the world closer and due to this the world has shrunk. Now let's see means of transport. Roadways. Roads are the best means of transport for short distance. Bullock cart, rickshaw, city, metro, taxis, scooter car, truck move on road. Road provide door-to-door service. They are easy to construct and maintain. There are two types of roads, metalled or surface roads, unmetalled or kacha road. Roads which are made of coulter and cement are called metalled or surface road. They are found in towns. Roads which are made of mud and stones are called unmetalled or unsurfaced roads. First, national highways. The roads which connect the capital cities of different states are called national highways. For example, Agra-Bombay Road NH3. There are 228 national roads. The longest national highway is NH7. The construction and maintenance of this road is the responsibility of the central government. Second, state highway. They connect the important towns of a state with its capital city. For example, Indore-Bhopal road in MP. The construction and maintenance of this road is responsibility of the state government. Third, express highways. They are broad roads which allow vehicles to move with speed in the same direction simultaneously. They are called expressways or freeways. In England, these roads are called motorways and in Germany, they are called autobahns. Fourth, Golden Quadrilateral. It connects four main metro cities of India, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. Besides this, in India we have villages, road, district roads and border road. Border roads allow the movement of soldiers, weapons, tanks and rations to our border areas. Now, let's see about railways. Railways are generally used for long distance journey or to carry heavy materials. Railway transport includes trains that are powered by steam, diesel and electricity. In India, railways started by Britishers in 1853 AD. The first train was from Mumbai to Thane. The first railway engine was Fairy Queen. The first railway station is VT station, that is Victoria Terminus of Mumbai. Indian railway system is divided into 17 zones. Rail transport is cheaper than road transport. India has the largest rail network in Asia and fourth largest in the world. Increased electrification of the rail network, conversion of rail lines from meter gauge to broad gauge. Increase in the size of carriages and computerization have led to progress of Indian railways. There are underground railway system in London and New York. Similarly, there are metro trains in New Delhi and Kolkata. The fastest train of the world is bullet train of Japan. The longest railway system of the world is the Trans-Siberian Railway from Leningrad of Vladivostok. Bullet train. India's first bullet train corridor will be in between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. It will be the cheapest high-speed train service in the world. The corridor is expected to have around 10 stations and is supposed to cost Rs 98,000 crore. The bullet train is expected to take less than 2 hours to cover the distance. As per the team's estimate, about 40,000 people are going to use the corridor every day by 2023, when the bullet train is expected to begin. Super Tube train. The Super Tube train moves faster than bullet train. The first startup known as Hyperloop Transportation Technologies has been planning to develop a super tube that would take passengers from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 35 minutes at a speed of 760 miles per hour. Railways Vision 2020. The Ministry of Railway introduced Vision 2020 document. Some of the major goals are as follow. The share of railway will increase from 1% to 3% in GDP by 2020. To complete gauge conversion, to upgrade speed to 160 to 200 km per hour for passengers train, to construct high speed rail lines up to 2000 km, to do electrification of 40,000 km, to construct new railway lines of 25,000 km. Waterways. Water transport is the cheapest mean of transport to carry heavy materials. Boats and ships are used to transport goods and passengers. The navigable river of India are Brahmaputra and Ganga. The Buckingham Canal in AP and Tamil Nadu and West Coast Canal in Kerala are the only navigable canals in India. India has 10 major ports. They are Kandla, Mumbai, Marmagua, Mangalore, Cochin, Tuticorin, Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Paradip and Kolkata. Navsheva of Mumbai is the most modern seaport of India. The different ports are the gateway of international trade and commerce. India is the second largest shipping country in Asia and the 16th in the world. The national waterway number 1 is in between the Ganga river and Haldia. The national waterway 2 is in between Sadia and Dhubri on the Brahmaputra river. The national waterway 3 is the west coast canal of Kerala. Now let's see the advantages of waterways. It is the cheapest means of transport. It is suitable for carrying heavy and bulky material. There is no need of laying a track. The maintenance costs are less. It is a fuel efficient and environment friendly mode of transport. Disadvantages of waterways. The waterways are the cheapest but the slowest means of transport. Rivers which have waterfall cannot be used for transport. The amount of water depends on monsoon. Rainfall is uncertain in India. That's why navigability is affected during the long dry seasons. Now let's understand pipeline transportation. Pipelines are durable metal or plastic tubes to convey fluids. They allow continuous flow of liquids, gas or even solids over long distance. The initial cost of laying a pipeline is high, but its running and maintenance cost is low. Pipeline transportation makes it possible to set up oil refinery in Mathura, Panipat and Burani. The famous pipeline of India is HVJ pipeline. It passes through Gujarat, UP and MP. Now let's study about airways. Air transport is the fastest but the most expensive means of transport. Passengers who want to save time and travel in comfort prefer air travel. It is good for transportation of high perishable goods. It requires a heavy investment in construction of runways, airports and purchase of aircraft that can fly at great speed. Even country has two types of air services, domestic and international. Indian Airlines, Jet Airways, Sahara Indigo, Kingfisher and Air Deccan operate the domestic services in India. It means they provide services for main cities of India. Air India provides services in the international sector. There are international airports in New Delhi, Indira Gandhi International, Kolkata, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji International, Chennai, Meena Bankam, Karachi, New York, etc. The largest airport is the King Abdul Aziz Airport in Saudi Arabia. The busiest airport is O'Hare in Chicago. Communication. Communication is the exchange of thoughts, ideas and feelings between individuals. People communicate with each other by writing letters, sending telegrams, speaking on telephone or through newspapers, magazines and pamphlets. Other means of communication are radio, TV, internet and fax. In India, the postal index number PIN code was first introduced in 1972. Similarly, speed post was started in 1986. Pager, internet, laptop, palm top, Bluetooth, satellites are other means of communication. The world has shrunk and become a global village due to means of communication. BSNL had decided to put an end to the 160 years old telegram service in India. This service discontinued from 15 July 2013 onwards. Last topic is Digital India. The Union Government is gearing up for Rs 1 lakh crores plus e-currency plan, which aims to move everything from bureaucracy to education online. The government blueprint for Digital India revolves around 9 pillars: e-governance, broadband, highway, electronics manufacturing, universal phone access, electronic delivery of services, jobs, rural internet and early harvest program. So, and we are now also looking that our India is very goodly growing up in the digitalization, and soon we will be counted as a digital India. So students, here we have completed our chapter. I hope all of you have understood. Thank you.